There's safety in thinking and acting like everyone else. Yet, if asked, I bet the majority of us would say that we actually feel safer when we're in control, not following the crowd. When we're operating at our highest and best, we are powerfully exercising our influence. We are communicating effectively. We are so confidently in control of our own thoughts, beliefs, and feelings that there is no fear in asking others those meaningful questions, those questions that go below the surface. We shift from a self-centered way of being to an other-centered way of being. In essence, when we have those moments of clarity and focus, we become the strongest and most clear versions of ourselves. And almost 100% of the time, we shift into a mindset of serving versus taking. When serving, we feel safe, we feel confident, we feel purpose-filled. We feel wide awake. Wide awake is for those people who are ready to up their game, and up their game in the right way, meaning in a sustainable way, built on a bedrock of principles for meaningful performance. Whether in sales, as a business owner, as a team leader, or in their performance as a parent, a partner, a friend. In July of 2008, my life changed forever. It's a long, ugly story, but the short version is that in my early 30s with a young wife and 2 beautiful babies at home, a bomb went off in my personal and professional life. And the worst part is, I'm the one that lit the fuse. It's too bad it takes crisis for so many of us to reevaluate life and go searching for the things that really matter, that are timeless, and that make a difference in this world. Wide awake is how I feel today. And I love sharing these belief, behavior, and outcome-changing ideas with those who want to play a bigger and better game. The Servant Seller grew directly from the ashes of the life crisis I survived back in 2008. First, who most benefits from experiencing this message? Really, anyone responsible for producing outcomes, specifically outcomes that require those skills of influence, leadership, effective communication, or just leading people to a decision point. Most often, the ideal audience can be professional services, sales leaders, team leaders, business leaders, and even ministry leaders. It takes conventional beliefs about quote-unquote selling or quote convincing, and it turns it on its ear. It takes what is common out in the marketplace and makes a case for uncommon sense. And we have the science and data to back it up. Role versus soul, be do have, servant-mindedness versus self-centeredness, psychology, the behavioral sciences, and communication expertise from the world of counseling and therapy. These all play critical roles in our methodology. It's time to stop trying to memorize scripts or use techniques on people or fearing being viewed as pushy or a pest. It's time to consider what we call the servant seller. The case for financial wellness is simply wide awake and servant selling, just put into practice. We live in the wealthiest nation in history. I mean, we have access to more information and education than any culture ever. Yet, financial distress is consistently ranked as the #1 stressor of working Americans. Larry Burkett years ago said it best when he described our behavior as us buying things we don't need with money that we don't have to impress people we don't like. People don't need expensive, self-proclaimed financial gurus speaking down to them while using industry jargon and waxing off philosophical. What they need is a trusted advocate, a coach, or educator. That safe place to ask questions without being charged a fee or sold a financial product. Making the case for financial wellness empowers organizations and their leadership teams to educate their people about financial matters and real-world process for delivering it as a wellness offering, which means it's rooted in the behavioral sciences and in adult learning. Let's empower you and your group on how to carry the financial wellness torch for the good of your organizations and of your people.